delegation fit into self-management and time management? It's a tough one. It's not the elephant in the room, really. I mean, these 4 guys that I just took you through, that's the elephant in the room. But to be an effective delegator requires that we be good at minimally 2 things. 1, you got to be able to set great expectations. Something that, for many of us, we know neither the art or the science behind it. We take it for granted. I'm going to take you through a couple of steps that can put construct or a little structure to setting a great expectation. How many times have you approached somebody on the quick and you said, "Can you get this done?" "Yep." "When do you want it?" "ASAP." "Okay, super. Go for it." And then the ASAP, which is a very, indefinite sort of time frame, comes and goes, and then, I don't know, at 10 o'clock the next morning you finally get it, and you go, I needed this last night at 4 o'clock. You didn't say that. "Well, I thought you just assumed." Okay, so let me take you through some of those. Now, the other thing that I will share with you about great delegation is that for you as the leader and the person who makes decisions about that kind of a subject currently, you want to share with them your mental process. But I'll take that second. First one is, and almost critically more important, setting a great expectation. Number 1, you must be specific about the outcome. In other words, take the time to describe the outcome in, I'll just say it, in immense detail. In immense detail. We can't just say, "Hey, I want that report, and if I can get that report by, I don't know, sometime tomorrow morning, I'm happy." Okay, so now I'm the direct report. I'm apparently taking something off your plate. I can get that done. I'll start on that when I first come in the morning. And then it's whatever. It could be noon before I as the direct report, deliver that to my boss. No, I want to be specific about describing the outcome. I tell folks, if you want that, a circle, I'm just being illustrative at the moment. If I want a circle, I have got to describe the circle. All right, second point. Second point. I need to be very specific about time. In other words, the when. Okay? I can't tell you the number of times that all of us as managers, leaders, owners, etc., we bark out an expectation while we're speedily walking down the hall to our next meeting. And we say to John, "Hey, John," I'll just keep using report for now. "Hey, John, that report, you remember the one I'm talking about?" "Yeah." "You remember the one I'm talking about?" "Yeah." "Can I get that, like, ASAP? I'll be done with this meeting, I don't know, 45 minutes? If you can get that done, okay, good, fine." And then I'm doing this while I'm walking. And I'm thinking, boy, that's one more thing I can take off my list. Well, I know at that point, there's disappointment in the winds. There will be disappointment. So be specific. Be specific about the when. Number 3, big step is the acknowledgement. I think I'm doing that right. Is the acknowledgement step. The acknowledgement says, and don't feel bad about this. Do not feel bad about this as a manager, owner, etc. Is you're going to say, "Bonnie, what I just described to you here, what's that look like when you're done?" It's not an intrusion. It's not micromanagement. Actually, I have a philosophy that says there's no such thing as micromanagement. and I get pushback on that now and then again, but I generally can defend my case. But I'll say, Bonnie, what's that look like when you're done? Now, if Bonnie describes that to me, right, that guy, then I know, oops, we've got a disconnect in the communication. Okay, Bonnie, let me start over. I obviously did not communicate very well. If Bonnie describes that to me, then I know we're good to go. Last step. And you don't have to do this for long, but I would suggest you do this with newer employees, and that is, Bonnie, you did a great job. You understand everything that I needed and wanted. Do you have any concerns about meeting the deadline, getting it done? Do you need any special help, resources along the way? And because I can guarantee you, depending on what the expectation is that you have set for somebody, they're going, oh boy, what about the 6 things that he asked me for yesterday? Where do all of those fit relative to this new one? So you might say that. You say, well, hey, Dave, you gave me these 6 things yesterday. How do you want me to shuffle those with respect to this new guy? I deserve that as the guy who's barking the expectation. And so then I use that frequently and urge my business owner clients to use it too. So
is it possible to delegate too much?
Well, here's the obligation. It may not be possible to delegate too much. It's possible to delegate and not finish all these steps. That's the greater of the possibility.
So doing it wrong.
Doing it wrong.
And then having to do it over.
Yes. Well, and then you do it over only because you've been disappointed. Yeah. Right?
Or else you came out with a triangle the first time, and you delivered that in A+ fashion, but he didn't want the triangle.
And that happens too. A high-quality triangle, when I wanted a high-quality circle, doesn't do any of us any good. So,
because we do that all the time with our video shoots, is when we schedule them out a week or two weeks in advance, and then things come up on their end. But I would send them out a confirmation like the day before, saying, we're all set for tomorrow. And then before I even leave the office, I'll give them a call saying, yeah, I'm on my way, I'll be there in an hour and a half or an hour, you're all set. And still, 9.5 out of 10 times, they're set, but there's also 1 out of 20 times not set up. And you gotta wait around.
yeah.
And then at which point you said, do we charge them that extra time for making me wait? Or do you be the good guy and say, okay, well, I scheduled this for an hour and a half. If we start late and finish early, we're all fine.
Okay, that's good. That works, right? As long as there's understanding, right?